It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I think we got a legend of a Pilsner to show you today. At least it says so on the label. This is from Wernesgru ner. It's the Pils Legend, coming in at 4.9% ABV in a 500ml dark brown bottle. It's in that dark brown bottle for a reason. It's keeping all of the light out of the sky and the lights and everything else, the shop fluorescent lights that you don't really see much anymore, but they kind of penetrate a clear glass bottle or a green bottle, and that's where you get stuff like kind of hop strike, where light strike, hop strike, and the beer becomes like funky and skunky and not very nice. So the Germans, naturally, the Germans know how to look after their beer. They really know how to kind of like treat their beer and respect their beer. So they put their beer in dark brown bottles. This brewery's been going since 1436. It's got a green bottle cap. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Lovely, lovely, lovely smoke on the bottle opening. Now, I'm going into this review blind. I don't know anything about this brewery. I don't know anything about this beer other than it's a Pilsner. I've stood here before now and I've read 1436. You know, they've been brewing for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And are they still independent? And I've gone on Wikipedia, and sometimes these companies, they get kind of like bought out by different companies. So what I'd love to know, before I have the chance to go on Wikipedia, comment in the comments box. Let me know if you know anything about this brewery, Wernesgru ner. If you're watching in Germany and you know this brewery, this might be your local beer. Let me know some stories about this brewery, because I love a brewery story. I love whether they're still dragging their beer around in horse and carts locally. That sort of thing. We got a 3-finger white head on this one. Good levels of carbonation. Lovely. It's on its way to being an amber coloured beer. This is. I've had some kind of Pilsners and they've been an awful lot lighter than this. It's almost as if they've chosen a slightly darker malt here to brew this beer with. No sediment naturally in the bottom of the glass. It is quite clear to look at as well. It's been out the fridge about 15 minutes just to let it warm up a little bit. Perfect though, absolutely perfect. This beer is available from our channel sponsor, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beers of Europe, the largest online beer store in the UK, with a fabulous range of beer from all over the world. Beers of Europe, fantastic if you want that very special beer. Maybe you've been on holiday, maybe you've been working away and you've found that beer that you love away and you want to drink it back in the UK. Best chance to find it, beersofeurope.co.uk. Right, let's get the aroma on this beer then. Little bit sweet. It's funny because I've just done a Helles Lager review from Wernesgru ner Helles, and it has a more of a kind of a bitter aroma to it than this. Even though a Helles is meant to be like a kind of like a scaled back version of a Pilsner in terms of hoppiness, the Wernesgru had more of a kind of a hoppy aroma. This is slightly sweeter, but there's still some pepperiness, some spiciness in there. Smells great. We'll have a look where the brewery's from in a moment, but let's dive in. Prost, cheers. Oh, I went to speak and then realised I didn't quite swallow all the beer. Nearly brought it all back up. Wow. That is some super smooth, super smooth, drinkable 4.9% ABV Pilsner, that is. That's the type of Pilsner. You've finished your long week in work on a Friday. You're driving home past a kind of beer shop and you're thinking, I'm going to pull over and pick up a few of these. Because if you have the possibility, the chance to buy some of this beer, that is super drinkable, super smooth, kind of that level of sweetness and bitterness almost works in perfect harmony. The sweetness is balancing out that bitterness. What a Pilsner. Again, even in the taste, not the most bitter Pilsner that I've ever reviewed. But boy, is this tasty. Oh, it's almost, I want to use the word zinging. I want to use that like it's hard to describe really. The beer's pushing, the carbonation pushing the beer on the inside of the mouth. But there's such a lovely feel to the beer. That level of sweetness, then that level of bitterness coming through, and it just rolls. The bitterness just rolls and rolls and rolls on the palate. It's still going now. It's a combination of like a pepperiness, a spiciness, and a stinging nettle. That classic German kind of stinging nettle flavour from the hops. It is fantastic. It really is fantastic. Wow. Where are they? I kind of really hope they're still independent. Water, hops, yeast, malt. They're based Wernesgru ner Brauertei. Oh, they're based in Wernesgru. That's where this brewery is based. So I'm hoping, they're still independent. Look at that. You've got to be 16 plus to buy this beer in Germany. Isn't that brilliant? Yep. I'm 16 now. When I was 16, I was doing a carpentry apprenticeship. So naturally, being on a building site, I was drinking anyway at that age. Never really taking much notice of the 18 legal age limit, you know, just having a pint after work. And I think I wasn't going out. I think I was drinking pints of Labatt's back in the day when I was going to the pub. They had a lovely pint of Labatt's on. I'd finish work, couple of pints of Labatt's, job done. But I wasn't getting leathered. I wasn't getting absolutely leathered off my tree. I think that's a great thing in Germany. Well done, the Germans. 16 plus to drink your beer. Great. Fantastic. This is great. This is really, I'm going to really wash this round. Look at that. This is great lager. Great lacing. Great mouthfeel. Great carbonation. Pils legend on the bottle. A legend of a Pils in the bottle. That's a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.